Just a perfect day.
Hey everyone, here we are, of course, at the Toronto International Film Festival. I've obviously done some out-of-theater reactions so far, but this is my first full-on review, and today I figured I'd give you my first review of the festival, being Perfect Days, directed by Wim Wenders, starring Koji Yakusho. Really, this film, my goodness, just the journey to get here was insane. I had to cancel my train ticket because it was delayed like 3 hours, and then I got on a bus on the last minute. I saved a little bit of money, and then we got delayed at a station for like it seemed like over an hour. It felt like almost 2 hours, and the holdover was even longer. Holdovers. And then essentially what happened was we got there right before I had to go to screening. And now the TIFF, if you've been to TIFF, like obviously they're kind of tight with the lines. So me and my friend Ryan, of course, you might know from the channel, we had to rush all the way over to the theater and got in line, and it was like 2 blocks around the corner, but I was able to get in, and by the time I was able to set my bag down, go to the bathroom, get some food, I was right up in front of the theater. I had to take a seat up there, and of course right in front of me was the leading man himself, and my goodness, I was like 20 feet away from him. It was really a really cool experience. We also saw Viggo Mortensen later, but that's for another time. But yeah, this movie, I was very excited because, as I said in my out-of-theater reaction, I've never seen a Wim Wenders film before, and this really was something I was looking forward to because I heard great things coming out of Cannes. Obviously, Yakusho won Best Actor at Cannes, so there was a lot of claim going into this, and I enjoyed it. It was good. You know, it is very much a day in the life sort of film, and it kind of follows this guy who's a toilet cleaner, and he was actually saying that he trained with the toilet cleaners of Tokyo to be able to give that performance and really immerse himself in the role. And in regards to his performance, I thought he was quite good. I mean, he was quite great, honestly. It's very, very subtle work. Like, you're not going to really, you know, see too much amazing standout moments that would be like Oscar-worthy in that sense. I don't think it's kind of the performance that they go for. But really, he really enwraps you in this life of this very quiet, down-to-earth man. And I think if he wasn't such an engaging presence, the movie, quite honestly, would not work. And yeah, it's like one of those movies where it's not really plot-driven, and I expected it to be a little bit more oriented in that sense. I knew it was kind of going to be like a hangout sort of movie, just following this guy's day-to-day life. But there were a lot of things that just didn't really quite add up. You could say, like, they introduce a lot of characters that kind of show up, have their moments, and then leave. And some of them leave quite an impact, and I think some of those moments are really, really great. Without spoiling it, there's like this kind of like interaction he has near the end of the film where they're kind of playing like a sort of childish game with each other, but there's like this profoundness to it that really is like very emotional and really anchors you into the emotion in that scene and in the film in general and the message it is getting across. But I gotta say, really the soundtrack to this movie was insane. Like, I really don't see a better movie soundtrack coming out this entire year. I mean, you got Otis Redding, you got Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground, you got Patti Smith, you got the Kinks, you got Van Morrison, you got the Animals' House of the Rising Sun. Like, really, I mean, if you know me and you've been on this channel for a while, that's kind of my dream, you know, for a soundtrack. And oh my goodness, just the way they utilize it when he's like driving to work in the morning, or in really, really specific scenes in which is used, you can tell the love that went into the craft of the soundtrack of the film, and leave it to a guy like Wim Wenders to include those types of songs, right? But yeah, overall, I mean, it wasn't really a film that I loved as much as everyone else. I noticed that Japan just submitted it for international feature, and I don't know why they wouldn't go with Boy and the Heron, or maybe even Monster, which I'm seeing very, very soon. But yeah, I mean, it was good for what it was. I appreciated the nature of the film, you know, the attention to detail, the attention to character that is really subtly told through this man's day-to-day actions. It was sort of like Jean Dieleman in that sense, except it's a lot less boring. But I'd still give it the same score that I would have given that film if I had actually reviewed it, and that's a 7 out of 10. Good movie. Almost could have given it a 7.5. The ending is quite powerful, but I don't think there's really enough to anchor me into the story to really warrant me giving it that type of score. But anyway, if you guys are tuning in from TIFF, let me know if you saw Perfect Days and what you think about it in the comments below. Would love to chat with you film fans and fellow TIFF goers. And of course, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't been here before. Going to be a lot more TIFF reviews coming. Of course, The Boy and the Heron is the one that obviously is going to be next, or adjacent to that. So many great movies to talk about. And yeah, until the next review, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Linger on.